check these for the next hour. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. So, I don't know if you've heard about this guy right here. UFC 208 this Saturday night, Holly Holm, Jermaine Durandamy is going to be off the chain, but this guy is fighting for the interim lightweight title against Tony Ferguson. It's going down at UFC 209 in Las Vegas, 24-0. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Come on out. All right, so I'm going to ask him a few questions, then we'll hand it over to the media. Very exciting time. I was actually watching a little footage of you online today, about, growing up in Dagestan and some of the training that you did. How does, the training that you did with your father, in the mountains, how does that compare to, training as a fighter, in America?
What's up, guys? How are you? Dagestan is a different place, and we have a lot of Olympic champions. We have a lot of Olympic champions like freestyle wrestling, judo, boxing. Now we have almost 15 fighters in UFC. I think this is toughest place in the world about competition, each other, about sport. And this is not only about me. We have a lot of great athletes, and very soon there's a lot of top guys coming to UFC.
You've been talking about the UFC title for a long time. You're fighting for the interim title. Disappointed about that at all, that it's the interim title?
No, I don't think this interim title, because I fight with guy who have 9 win streak in UFC. Before, in UFC history, UFC never made like this fight, like we have 9 win streak versus 8 win streak. Nobody, I don't remember this. And now I fight versus Tony Ferguson. I think this is a real high level fight in lightweight division, and I don't think this is fight for the interim belt. And who win this fight, I think he's become not interim belt, he's real champ, because I don't think this guy wanna defend his belt. This is what I think.
As far as Tony goes, obviously a lot of respect between you guys. You had a media day recently in Las Vegas to promote the fight, and you guys both, he talked about having respect for you, but you guys have exchanged some harsh words. I mean, do you like the guy, or you respect him, or do you have something personal against him?
No, I don't feel nothing about him. He is just another opponent, and when cage close, he wanna smash my face. How I can respect him?
You're a beast.
Of course, I want. When cage close, he wanna fight with me. He wanna choke me, he wanna break me, something like this. But before fight, I cannot respect him. But when fight is finished, it's okay.
How many of you guys saw Khabib's last fight? He released the Thrill and Agony after the fight. We got a real close-up view of you talking some smack to Michael Johnson. How are you able to do that? I mean, you're in the middle of a fight.
Because he's a beast.
You got the guy on the ground, and you're talking to him, you're talking to Dana White. I mean, talk us through that whole thing. How are you able to fight and talk trash at the same time?
I don't think this is like trash talking. I talk with him like what I think, and I understand he's tired. Now I can finish him. I talk with him like, hey, I don't want to smash your face. You have to give up. I don't know. And to talk with Dana, I'm a little bit upset with him. That's why I talk with him like, hey, don't send me like this bullshit contract. You sent me first time you sent me fight for the title, 2 contract, 205 and 206, and after you give me number six guy in lightweight, but I say after this fight you have to give me a real fight, And he said, hey, you have to finish this fight. I said, this fight already finished.
For a long time, it was hard to find you a fight because not a lot of people are itching and scratching to fight Khabib. So to find a guy like Tony in your division that's so up for the challenge to face you, does that motivate you even more, knowing that you're going against not only a top guy but a guy that wants to fight you?
You know, if somebody fighting in the UFC, I don't think he's scared, but I know they worry. They worry about his they don't want to look very bad inside the cage, because my style is not like regular. I'm the wrestler, yes, but I'm not like regular wrestler like American or other wrestling style. Try couple down takedown. If you cannot take him down, this guy is stopping. My style is a little bit different. I never stop. And if I try to take you down, if I cannot take you down, it's okay. I keep going. My style is make you tired. And I think they worry about my style and don't want to look very bad inside the cage. That's why a lot of people don't take this fight.
Obviously, the name in your division is the champion, Conor McGregor, 155-pound champ. He's kind of out of the game a little bit right now. But, his style has presented problems to a lot of people. Why won't it present a problem to you?
If you're big in Irish, I have like very big fan base, not only in Russia. It's about like all USSR country, like Ukraine, Belarus, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. UFC no understand how I have big fan group because I'm the Muslim. I'm the Muslim and I have more than 1 billion. We have more than 1 billion Muslims around the world, and we don't have a lot of fighters. And I'm the best Muslim fighters in UFC. But I think if Conor have like one fan, I have more than him, like 20 times more than him fans. And UFC don't understand this. And you know what interesting? I think UFC have to make plan a little bit because this chicken is no loyal guy. Because if you remember, guys, when first time he fight in UFC, and he talk like after fight he talk like 50K baby, something like this. He asked to Dana, please give me 50,000. Please. And he said, give me 50,000. And after UFC beginning, UFC making, right? If you never fight in UFC, how it become like this? UFC, and now he have name. Now he talk about, oh, I can fight without UFC in boxing. For me, is number one. This is like disrespect for UFC, disrespect to support you before. And now I think UFC have to make plan. They have to put like PR machine. They have to make my name big because UFC don't put about this place nothing. They put to Twitter, but they not promote this Q&A in Instagram. Right? Yeah. Right, Ariel? But this is, this is true. But UFC promote him all the time, and because UFC have very big PR machine. And now I think UFC have to make plan. They have to promote me, make fight like me versus him when I beat Tony Ferguson, inshallah. They have to promote this fight. I'm gonna smash this guy. This is what I have to do for UFC. This is how I see this situation, because we have to make him humble. This is what I think.
Inshallah. We have have a lot of fighters in the UFC, but I don't know if there's any that have the cult following that you have. I mean, if you go through a comment section of an article or a video, usually there's just a random comment saying Khabib number one, you know? What do you think about your fans? I mean, they're some of the most loyal and passionate fans in all of MMA. You talk about Conor McGregor, but you have some very passionate fans.
I don't know, like, I think I have a lot of fans, but I have just a lot of fans.
Khabib Airlines, baby!
Alright, so we're going to open up to the media. First question.
Khabib, as you said, Tony Ferguson has a very impressive win streak like yourself. He's got a very interesting game and style. Is there anything that he does that does impress you as a fighter?
yes, he's very interesting fighter. Every fighter used to give him, after every his fight, used to give him performance, like, he's an interesting fighter. He beat a lot of tough guys, but last 9 fights, he fight only one time with wrestling guys and he lose. He's like Danny Castillo, I think he lose this fight. But other guys, these all striking guys. He never had like tough wrestling opponents. And when he have wrestling opponents, he all the time have problem with him. I watch all his fights. I know what I do. And March 4 when cage closed, is a lot of people say, oh, like Tony Ferguson. Oh, okay, he beat Tony Ferguson. Now he need corner. Like before when I beat somebody, like people talk about, oh, this is not his level. He need different opponent. Before when I fight Michael Johnson, he talk about like now we will see what happened. Michael Johnson beat him, like, but after fight, everybody quiet. And when I beat this guy, and I think I can beat him easily, and people understand who is real champion.
And you mentioned that you don't think Conor McGregor will defend the title. Do you think it's because he has no intention of ever defending it, or because he doesn't want to fight you?
Where are you? Okay. Please, one more time, sorry.
You said earlier that you don't think Conor McGregor will defend the title. Do you think it's because he has no intentions of ever defending the title, or because he doesn't want to fight you?
I think both. Because of me, yes, and because of like, and he's business guy. He understands who is who, everything. I don't think he wanna defend his title.
And last thing for me, Khabib, you mentioned having words with Dana and a little frustrations. Can you tell us how your relationship is with Dana right now, or are you guys on good terms, or is there still some tension right now?
No, it's okay. I don't have problem with him. It's okay. This is like American people say this like business, just business. He is not my friend. He's not my like very close guy, but just business.
How are you? Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum. I'm good. How's everything?
Good, thank you. What was your reaction? What was your reaction when you found out that the UFC wanted to do this for you here in Brighton Beach, predominant Russian area, Brooklyn? I mean, this is something unique. Were you honored? What were you thinking?
No, I don't know about this before. Like my manager called me. They say you have like Q&A. But I think I have Q&A before weigh in. And they make this here, but first time I come to Brooklyn. No, second time. For me, it's okay. Just.
You you didn't think that it was a special thing? I mean, to not do the Q&A at the weigh-in, to go to an area that has a lot of, Russian people, this seems like they're really getting behind you. They're not doing something like this for Tony Ferguson, for example. So did you take it as a compliment, maybe an olive branch after what happened at 205?
No, I more like when Q&A happened before weigh-in.
Okay.
But these people come to arena too. I don't know why they make here. Maybe because this is like very famous place to Brooklyn, maybe. But I like more when UFC make this before weigh-in.
Okay, I understand. Speaking of your manager, Ali Abdelaziz, he corners you, right? And trains with you as well at AKA. But Daniel Cormier, who's the captain of AKA, said he's not allowed at the gym anymore because he's fighting Rumble Johnson, who he now manages. So what are you going to do about that?
No, Ali is like very close with me, and now he manage Anthony Johnson. Now Ali a little bit trouble, but we're like family, and I think Daniel is right. Daniel, Ali cannot come now. After fight, maybe. If Anthony Johnson no knock him out, he can come to AK, but we'll see what happens.
So in your
For me, a little bit hard situation.
yeah. Are you okay with that? Does that affect your?
I okay, I understand. Like if Tony Ferguson manager wanna come to AK, of course I kick him out.
Sure.
This is like same situation. But Ali is a smart guy, is a good guy. I don't think he wanna come.
Okay. And so what is your plan? You say that you'll be the new champion, you'll be the official champion after March 4th, after the fight against Tony, and you don't think that Conor wants to fight you. So what do you think will happen? Like, what is your plan? What do you want to see happen after this fight? Will you try to convince them to make the Conor fight, or will you just look for another contender in the division?
30-0.
I don't give a shit about Conor. When I come to the UFC, I never think about Conor. Oh, I want to fight with him, make money, something like this. I think about only belt. I think I beat Tony Ferguson after Conor say he don't want to defend his title because he never defend his title, and I fight with another tough contender, another tough I don't know who's become. Maybe Michael Chiesa, maybe like Barboza, somebody like this.
But don't you think you could stand to make a lot more money fighting him, right? I mean, it'd be good for your life and your career, no?
You need money?
For me? I mean, it is the fight game, right? Prize fighting. The whole point is to make money, right?
It's all about money. Khabib needs no money.
It's okay.
Okay.
I wanna fight for the title just because I come to the UFC fight for the title. And when you have money, it's good, but more money, more problem.
He's from Brooklyn too, Biggie.
Who?
The guy who said that. Okay, just one last one for you. Next week, Fyodor Emelianenko is fighting again. Right now in Russia, who's more popular, you or him?
Of course him. I think Fyodor is a legend. It's not about only Russia. He is greatest MMA fighter of all time, and this is not only about Russia. It's about like around the world. He a very big name. I don't think, I want to become more than him, famous. Like, I don't follow this shit.
If you can talk to Conor's watching this thing live right now, do you have a specific message that you want to tell him?
Fuck Conor. Fuck Conor.
Nothing.
Chicken. Conor's a chicken.
Do you feel that you're the uncrowned champion? You feel that you're the uncrowned champion? All you miss is the belt?
Now we have to stay. Arnold is champion. Now I have fight for the interim belt, but we'll see what happens. Now I focus only about Tony Ferguson. I don't think about this guy.
It doesn't bother you that every time you do an interview, his name comes up, that you're attached to him, and you haven't fought?
With who?
Conor, the fact that everybody keeps bringing him up, is that kind of like he's like the elephant in the room? Does that bother you, the fact people keep attaching you to him, or just something that you'll deal with it when you have to?
You talk about if he touch me?
No, just just the fact that people keep bringing him up, regardless, and you're trying to focus on Tony.
No, you know, when I see his eyes backstage in weigh-in, you know, like he's different. He wanna talk with everybody. When he see me, he don't want to talk with me. You know, he is and his coach, you know, like.
They're all chicken.
You think he's trying to fight Mayweather to dodge you?
Two-way world champ.
I think, you know, like 50-50, because of money they can make this fight, but he have contract with UFC. How he wanna fight in boxing? You know, I don't understand this, but UFC can make this. UFC can do this like about money, because this is very good pay-per-view fight. But like, to be honest, he's not Mayweather level boxing. You know, nobody can catch him 20 years in professional career. You know, now McGregor wanna catch him. I don't believe this. But I don't think this fight happened. 50-50, I don't know. Because of money, I think maybe. But if we think about like he have contract with the UFC, no.
Final question: who's somebody that you want to fight, regardless if it's of money or anything involved at 155? Is there anybody that you want to see before you retire?
Tony Ferguson, #1, and maybe Cowboy. But now somebody knock him out, you know, like Masvidal knock him out now. You know, if you wanna come back to lightweight division, I wanna fight with him too. These fights, which before I won't fight with Pettis, like this guy, you know. But now I focus on the Tony Ferguson.
Khabib, obviously being able to go to Russia would be a huge thing. How big would a fight in Russia with you headlining that card be?
I think this is, you know, this very big fight because Russia never have UFC belt. Now I fight for the title, and I think this is a very big fight in Russia. But before, Russian television already put UFC fights, but now I don't understand why they don't put this fight on TV. Because I don't know. UFC don't make this contract with Russian television, you know, and I'm a little bit upset about all my friends in Russia, around the world, like USSR countries cannot watch my fights, only like internet. And you know, I don't know.
Can you do anything to help solve the problem?
Yes, I can do this something, but now I don't have time, you know. I training every day, focus on my fight. I don't have time for fix this.
You've talked about the importance of your father in your training and who you've become as a fighter. What are the lessons that he taught you that most stick with you, you know, even as you're training right now?
My father cannot come here because I don't have visa, but you know, father is everything for me. All my life he take care of me, training every day, you know, like he is everything for me. You know.
Khabib, after UFC 205, you were mentioning how the UFC PR machine needs to push you more. It seems like they tried to do that, and you still seem a bit unsatisfied with the way that this event has been promoted. What would it take for you to be satisfied with the way they're promoted?
You know, I talk about like PR machine because you know, I wanna just say for you, so I can help these guys. You know, make other guy humble, because we remember how he asked for the 50,000. Now he talk about he can make this fight without UFC. You know, I don't worry about my PR because in Dagestan, in Russia, I'm a little bit worried about my how I become popular because before I never feel this, now a little bit pressure, and that's why I don't think about this. But why not? We can make this guy humble, smash this guy if you want. If
Как конкурент и спортсмен, что у вас есть, что Conor McGregor и Tony Ferguson не имеют? И что у дагестанцев, России, в Кавказе есть, у американцев и ирландцев не имеют? What distinguishes you from this?
слишком большое сердце.
Hi, Khabib. You're finally fighting Tony Ferguson. The fight is fallen through twice before. How satisfying is it to finally get your hands on him after months of avoiding?
Yes, you know, first time I have injured when UFC make this fight. Second time, he's pulled out. You know, this is very important fight in lightweight division because he is still winning, I still winning. For me, it's very important fight because I have 8 win streak inside the UFC. He have 9 win streak now. Now we have fight for the title, and now we'll see what happens. For me, it's #1 fight in lightweight. When UFC ask me, like, fight somebody else, like with Jose Aldo, like Michael Chiesa, UFC asked me to fight. I say no, I have to fight with Tony Ferguson because this is biggest fight. Because if you talk about, of course, I can take easy fight like Jose Aldo and smash this guy. You know, for me, this is a very easy fight. Easy. Why I need fight? I never ask you, please give me easy fight. I all the time ask, hey, I need high level fight because you know, because time is you have to respect your time. Now I'm 28 years old. Now is my time is coming, and that's why I have to respect my time and fight with high level fighters. You know, it's not like Jose Aldo, small guy. If I smash him, people say, hey, he's a small guy. You beat small guy. You have to fight with Tony Ferguson. People still talking about Tony Ferguson. That's why I say, hey, I have to fight with him. You have to give me this guy. And you know, it's a very important fight in lightweight division.
And was it frustrating that the UFC offered you Jose Aldo after the whole UFC 205 situation?
I don't know. They try to make 2 fights, me versus Jose and me versus Michael Chiesa. But I said no. I have to fight with Tony Ferguson. This is what I think. This is what fans want. This is what I want. This is what like everybody, like in MMA. I make this fight, not Tony Ferguson in the UFC. I make this fight.
And you talk about Conor. You talk about seeing Conor not defending his title. Is it frustrating for you that it will take a while for you to become the unified champion, if that's the case?
I don't know about this guy. I cannot talk about him like what he have to do, what he do. You know, nobody knows. You know, he make decision because UFC follow him. You know, UFC listen to him. You know, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened after this fight. Nobody knows.
Okay. And do you foresee yourself ever fighting him, even if it's not for the lightweight title?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Of course I fight. Of course. First of all, I have to take this belt and after we'll see what happens. If Conor said let's go, UFC wanna make this fight, I fight with him. If not, I have to defend my title.
And
Because-
would you like to fight him in Russia?
Yes, I want, you know, this is my very big dream, but UFC, I know UFC try make this event end of the year, but we'll see. I think if Conor won't defend his title, I don't think me versus Conor happen in Russia. I think we fight Madison Square Garden or T-Mobile Arena. But with other opponent, maybe UFC make this fight in Russia.
Thanks very much.
Khabib, right here. Tony has been really critical of your striking and says that he believes he's going to knock you out. You won't even get a chance to take him down. How do you feel like your striking matches up with Tony Ferguson?
You know what interesting? Like all my amateur career and my professional 24 fights, like maybe 3 or 4 times guys catch me. Like last 12, 13 years, I have many fights, and people still talk about my striking game, but I don't know why. Only Michael Johnson one time catch me. But I fight with Rafael Dos Anjos, with other tough guys like Trujillo, Tibao, Paetkhili, a lot of tough guys inside the UFC. Outside the UFC, I fight with a lot of high-level striking guys. I don't know, nobody catch me. But I can stand up with him. I can fight with him. I can wrestle with him. I can grappling, everything. This is MMA, you know. And this is not just like only one sport like boxing or something. And I think he's unpredictable. He's he's very dangerous. His elbows, knee, everything like push kicks. But when you fight, when you have MMA fight, it's going to different. When you have takedowns, slams, submissions, striking, like everything, it's like, this is my game.
In the fight with Michael Johnson, you noted that Dana had said that he wants a finish. He wants to kind of make a statement in there. What kind of a statement, what kind of a prediction do you have for Tony Ferguson as far as finishing him, putting him away? Do you feel like it'll be a 5-round fight? How do you see yourself beating Tony Ferguson?
I think my plan is make him tired, a little bit talk with him, and he understand who is who after finishing.
And I know everyone's talking to you about Conor and talking to you about what comes next. Another guy that you've had some history with in the past, I'm just kind of curious, what's your interest in fighting Nate Diaz? I know he's another name that's come up in the past for you. Is that still a fight that you'd be interested in?
He lose more than 10 times in UFC. How is possible? All UFC high-level fights, high-level opponents, like top 10 guys beat him. I don't remember when he win. He beat only this chicken, like, I don't remember this.
Hello, Khabib, over this one. You mentioned that if the fight with Conor did happen, you would like for it to be in Russia, it would be in Madison Square Garden, or it would be at the T-Mobile Arena. Would you have any interest if the fight was proposed against McGregor in Ireland?
Let's go. Why not? Beat this guy in Ireland, this is like very good, I think. Make him humble, not only him, like all Ireland. Why not?
Khabib, salam alaikum.
Alaikum.
You're definitely a beast, man, and we can't wait to see this beautiful fight. 24-0, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together.
has a question for Khabib, now is your time. Raise your hand and we'll get a microphone over to you.
Салам, Хабиб. Мне хотелось задать тебе вопрос такой, что когда ты выходишь на арену, ты не пугаешься, тебе не страшно, но есть у любого, что есть такой соперник, который ты думаешь о том, что он наравне с тобой, а кого ты думаешь, что кто достоин тебя, и ты хочешь показать свои достоинства в ринге?
So the question was, when you come out to octagon, you're not afraid, of course, of your opponent, but at the same time, you might have an opponent which is equal to you, which has the same qualities, and who would that opponent be?
Алейкум ассалам. Я просто не хочу, чтобы вы думали, что я думаю только про себя и думаю, что я такой непобедимый. Нет, вообще вовсе дело не в этом. Просто я верю в себя, да. Я знаю, что я тренируюсь очень тяжело, что я иду к этому годами. И когда ты понимаешь, что твой соперник выходит на глазах у сотни миллионов людей сломать тебя, так что ты не можешь заднюю включить. Мне один раз дедушка сказал, если бы, говорит, трусов не трогали, говорит, то в покое оставляли бы, говорит, в лесу зайцев. Так что приходится воевать. Я не думаю о соперниках, я думаю про свою игру, что я должен сделать, когда я зайду в октагон. Конечно, я нервничаю тоже, но я знаю, что эти нервы могут сожрать тебя, и ты не можешь поддаваться своим эмоциям. Просто хладнокровно выходишь и делаешь свое дело.
But I have a lot of belief, and I trained hard, and it took me years to be where I am now. But when you come out in front of 100 million people, and you cannot go in reverse, and you are there, and my grandfather once told me that cowards, if cowards were not punished, the bunnies in the forest would sleep well. But of course I can be nervous at some time, but nervousness is dangerous because it can eat you up. So I think about myself and I concentrate on what I can do in the octagon.
Привет, Хабиб. Спасибо большое за то, что ты согласился организовать эту встречу. Я хотел бы у тебя узнать, какой бой для тебя сейчас вообще интереснее? Бой против Фергюсона сейчас, который будет, или бой, который ты хотел, когда Пейтус был чемпионом? Спасибо.
So thank you very much for this Q&A. My question is, which bout is more interesting, the one which is coming up with Tony Ferguson, or the one that you wanted to have with Perez?
Честно сказать, тогда я сильно горел желанием подраться с ним, я помню. Но сейчас я думаю, эти чувства чуть по-другому. Я более взрослый стал. И я считаю, что этот бой намного больше, чем мой бой тогда мог произойти против Петиса. Это намного больше бой.
At that time, I really wanted to find him, but today I feel different. I'm matured, and now I know that this bout with Tony Ferguson is way, way bigger.
Абджон, салам алейкум. Меня зовут Даврон, фамилия Камилов. Я являюсь менеджером Лиги боевого самбо смешанных боев Республики Татарстан Алексей Малов. С одной федерации. У меня, я не знаю английского языка, я бы хотел сказать то, что мы желаем всегда тебе победы. Всегда мы наблюдаем за твоим боем, как это боевое самбо, я в куртке боевого самбо. Всем привет, комбат самбо с Таджикистана и Хабибу. Видеоролик обычно начинается. Всем привет вам, естественно, вам. С вами Даврон Камилов и пресс-конференция Кhabib Nurmagomedov. Пожалуйста, после конференции, Хабиб, не откажись, я должен с тобой сфоткаться и снять видеоролик. Честно сказать, я через дорогу попал в телефон, мне сказали, что пресс-конференция. Я не знал, я сказал, с удовольствием пойду и сам думаю, что мне не откажется. Мы сфоткаемся, сделаем хороший видеоролик. И, кстати, ты предложил 16 сентября 2017 года, ты предложил, у нас в Татарстане будет чемпионат мира по боевому самбо Алексея Малова. Мы с тобой встречались в Москве, может, ты не помнишь, я прекрасно помню, я знаю твоего отца Абдулманова.
Or translator.
И добро Камилов, I represent Combat Sambo and Alexei Malov, and I really wanted to take a picture with you. Please, after this Q&A, have a picture with me. And also, on September 16, we'll have the World Championship of Combat Sambo, and you are invited. Thank you.
Спасибо. Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Khabib, I love you! Right here!
All right, guys. There he is, Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is taking on Tony Ferguson, UFC 209 in Las Vegas, live on pay-per-view. Khabib, thank you so much for taking the time out today.